wandering through eye chandeliers, Lumos dreams caught in the mirrors. Who would think such a fantasy would be the thing that inspired me? Alive, alive, alive. I feel so alive, 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 alive. Breathe in, feel the universe around you. Breathe out and let it all go. Whoa. Lead yourself to the yellow roses. Follow the sunset down underground. I feel so alive. I'm a phoenix. Fly with me on the ride of your life. I am energy. I'm the fire. Watch the sunrise inside my eyes. I feel so. I feel so. I feel so. I feel so. I feel so alive, 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 alive. I feel so alive. I feel so alive, 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 alive. I feel so alive. I feel so alive, 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 alive. I am a phoenix. I feel so alive, 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 alive. Let it all go. Whoa, whoa. Breathe in, feel the universe around you. Breathe out and let it all go. Whoa. Lead yourself to the yellow roses. Follow the sunset down underground. Alive, 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 alive. Breathe in, feel the universe around you. Breathe out and let it all go. Lead yourself to the yellow roses. Follow the sunset down underground. Breathe in, feel the universe around you. Breathe out and let it all go. Whoa. Lead yourself to the yellow roses. Follow the sunset down underground. Breathe in, feel the universe around you. Breathe out and let it all go. Whoa. Lead yourself to the yellow roses. Follow the sunset down underground.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of WestViews. You've just seen a music video by 12-year-old recording artist Peach Martine. Hello, Peach. How long have you been singing?
As long as I can remember. I've always loved it, and it's been such a great way to express yourself.
So who are some of your favorite musicians?
I love Lady Gaga, and I also love John Lennon and Paul McCartney. My favorite performer would be Mick Jagger.
How did you get started in music?
Well, I've always loved it, and if you are working hard and you just keep practicing, odds are somebody's going to notice.
I heard that you're currently also interested in acting, and I heard that you're going to be currently working on a local film. Can you tell us a little bit about your role in this film?
I'll be playing myself, which is really exciting, and the film it's really inspiring, and I can't give away it, but I'm sure you're going to love it.
What is some advice that you would give to somebody who would be around your age that would be interested in singing?
Well, in singing, I would say perfect practice is the best thing that you can do to improve yourself. Even if you're not very good when you start, if you just keep practicing and noticing what others around you are doing, then you can build on all their positive points and make yourself into a good hard worker.
Do you have any other projects that'll be coming up or music videos that you would?
Well, I just released my music video for Alive, which you saw, and it's also on peachmartine.com. And I'm currently working on a bunch of new songs. I've been having so many ideas lately. I'm on a roll.
Do you participate in any kind of singing competitions, or what are some of your performances that you've done?
Well, I wouldn't call them singing competitions because you can't really compete because everybody's voice is different and has its good key points. But I do like performing with new people. And I'm in a band, and I do a summer performance troupe, which is starting soon, called Show Wagon. Well, we play the Rolling Stones, we play the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, bunch of oldies but goodies. We'll be playing at Vosh in Lakewood a lot, and we're mostly learning a bunch of new songs. It's that time of year again.
Do you ever get nervous before a performance?
You know, I haven't gotten nervous in a very long time because once you perform enough, it comes naturally to just do your best. Not being nervous can make you feel freer, which can make you do even better.
And how long do you practice?
Well, I play instruments anytime I can get my hands on them because that's just the funnest thing in the world. But vocally, you can't really tire your voice out, so just about like a half hour to an hour a day, not including the shower.
Well, thank you for being with us, and it was a pleasure talking to you.
I've had so much fun. Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. We'll be right back with filmmakers from Velvet Buck Productions. Have you ever considered a career in media, broadcast journalism, or television production? Our JMC 2410 TV production class introduces you to the basic concepts of video production. Students will learn how to operate video cameras, learn proper microphone placement, lighting techniques, along with nonlinear editing and sound design. You'll learn how to write for TV, how to direct live-to-tape TV programs, and how to host a TV show. Consider starting your television career right here at Cuyahoga Community College. Tri-C, it's where futures begin.
Dick Schnitzer reporting live from the city of Souk, just outside the presidential palace of President Pizdan Kudovic, the newly elected leader of his country. We're going live now.
This is the message to American people. Your laziness will destroy your capitalist way of life. We will make sure that you change your stupid way of life because that's not the way of God. My sons are in your country and they are in your houses and they are going after you. And this is the end. May God help you.
Welcome to another episode of WestViews. You just saw a trailer for a short film, Uncivilized Servant, which won an award for Cleveland 48-hour horror film project this past year. Our guests tonight are Don and Renee Nottage. They are producers of the show. Can you please tell us a little about yourself and how you got started in the industry?
I have been a professional photographer for over 35 years. I was the chief photographer for the city of Cleveland for 30 years, and I was lucky enough to be able to retire in 2011. And my wife and others always recommended I go into acting. So I ended up at the Cleveland Academy of Film Acting through a friend of mine recommended it. And Ray Such heads that up. It's on 52nd and Storer. And took some acting classes, really liked it. And I had dabbled on and off for several years when I had time in acting, and did some stage work here and there and some radio and some voiceover stuff, but never went into it full blast. Discovered I liked it, to make a long story short. Through the Cleveland Academy of Film Acting, I got cast in Crime Stoppers. And I was told years ago by an actor, a friend of ours out in LA, if you don't do it, you'll never be happy. And I found out that when I started doing it, I became more happy. We both have always had an interest in film. It led to us taking on the 48-hour film project last July. And we produced the short Topside, which we shot on the USS Cod Submarine Memorial down on the lakefront. And that was a tremendous challenge. And it was a learning experience, trial by fire. And we became very, quite seasoned in that short period of time.
So can you tell us, how did the idea for Uncivilized Servant come about?
The 48-hour horror project is a newly instituted facet of the 48-hour film project. It was the first one last October. And the participants will gather at the Marriott downtown on a Friday at 7:30 p.m. Everyone picks a subgenre of horror out of a hat. And we pulled sci-fi. We're both big sci-fi buffs. Renee pulled it, rather.
Yes.
Yes. And during the course of writing that evening, we wound up coming up with this commentary on humans' reliance, over-reliance on technology. What about technology constantly failing us? It happens with the internet, it's happening with this Heartbleed thing, it's happening constantly even with Microsoft, it's happening on the smaller scales with recalls of items, I mean, you name it. We shot some stuff that we thought of and created on the fly that day, and it really, really came together. So it all fell, all the stars aligned for us and for that, and we won Best Film, Best Ensemble Cast, Best Writing, Best Special Effects. James Naiman did our visual effects and was my editor.
What kind of films do you prefer to make? Do you like, you say you like sci-fi buffs, do you like sci-fi, do you like comedy, anything else? And does the preparation for those movies differ from genre to genre?
I like comedies. I like writing comedy mainly, although I'm writing a drama also, so either one. But I don't think the preparation is any different as far as the process, getting ready for the process, the writing process. Aside from a comedy, I think it's easier to collaborate, I think, with the comedy, because just bouncing stuff off of each other and other people, the ideas come together more, and you might think something's really funny in your head, and other people don't think it's so funny.
We're leaning towards comedy, but without a reason for the comedic events occurring, it's just emptiness. And in fact, we're going in another direction, which we'll talk about in a minute. We're planning a massive, ambitious drama, and we want to be well-rounded filmmakers.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on the current projects you may be working on right now?
We've got a couple shorts. There's a short that we're going to be filming probably the end of May. It's a comedy, also just a little bizarre. We like kind of offbeat comedies, not just,
So we'll
like
get that out of our
comedy,
system finally.
We've been, that one's been in our heads for a while.
Do you think that our local film industry benefits from Hollywood coming to town and shooting the big budget movies here?
I think it definitely benefits. It gets people's enthusiasm about shooting films, even local independent films.
In that local actors end up in these films. I was in Captain America. I was in The Winter Soldier. I was in The Avengers. I'm quite visible in The Avengers. I was a featured extra. The valuable thing about that was I was fortunate enough to actually work with Joss Whedon, who came out and worked with myself. We played security guards, our little group. And I learned, and I had read about how Joss Whedon works by the background of Firefly and Buffy and Angel, how good he is with actors, and I observed that. And that's the way to be if you're going to be a director. Treat your people well, and they will reward you.
Well, I want to thank you for joining us on the show today, and I would like to wish you luck in your career. And stay tuned.
Is it because I'm tall?
Is it because I get good grades?
Is it because of my skin color?
Is it because of the way I talk?
Is it because I'm gay?
Is it because I'm different?
Or is it because
we're just
like
you?
If you feel threatened or bullied, look for a safe zone or contact your local counseling office or campus police.
Preparing for a career in television starts by making sure that you choose the right career path, as well as developing the skills you need to make the most of your talents and abilities. Begin your TV career by taking TV production classes at Cuyahoga Community College, hands-on training in video journalism and live TV show recording. Register today. Visit www.tric.edu.
You know, it makes perfect sense that you're a superhero.
Well, I don't understand, baby, please.
Big and stupid. And Neanderthal.
Look, Cassandra, I love you. All right, we were gonna run away together, start a family, remember?
Oh, really?
No, look.
Welcome back. We have a very talented young actress with us, Lily Tamayo. Welcome to the show. Can you tell us a little about yourself?
Thank you for having me. Yes, I was born in Mexico. I come from a strong, united, and big family. It's actually, I have 5 sisters and 14 brothers. Half of my older brothers are actually from my dad's first marriage, and the other half is actually from my mother's. The first wife died, so my mom took over. And about me, I would say I'm a very driven person.
So what prompted you to want to become an actress?
I had a little bit of a rough time trying to figure out my true passion. And 4 years ago, I moved from Chicago to Ohio. And the people I met made me get into theater arts. And that's how I actually started.
All right, so can you tell us some of the challenges of being an actress?
Well, I think the biggest challenge is actually lacking some stability in jobs, as well as projects, because a lot of times you might find a project that you might work in, but then you have to go alone and try to find a new one. Also, the timing that I have to spend with my family is also at risk. And it's also a very demanding career.
What about some of the rewards that come with the job?
Well, I think being able to be different characters, to actually personify different people, and to make people happy and know what they like, entertain them, and sometimes make them forget a little bit about their stressful days or daily lives.
You recently shot a scene for an independent film. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, that was a wonderful experience. Actually, I want to thank Bruno Tatalovic. He's actually the producer and director, along with Alexandra Russo.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on the experience of shooting that film and whether it's Hollywood star?
Yes, I actually had the opportunity to work with all these cast members, crew members that were very committed and very professional. And I got to work with Eric Roberts. He's actually, I was very surprised by his personality. He was very friendly. He was joking all around in the set. He was a very, very nice person to work with.
Can you tell us some of your aspirations maybe for the future as far as the career goes?
I love dancing too. That's also part of my other passion. And I like journalism as well. So I would like to be working in TV and entertainment, or just be an active actress and be somebody for people to actually look up into. Be someone like a role model for my family and for other people, to let them know that with hard work and persistence and passion, you're going to get where you want to be.
Very multi-talented, I see. Any advice for maybe young up-and-coming actresses or actors, how to maybe get into the business, break into it, get their foot in the door?
Well, I just think that they should just follow their dreams, and they should actually not give up, never give up, continue, and there might be a door closing, but there might be another one opening.
Well, thanks again for joining us on WestViews, and thank you, and we'll see you next time.